This is unbelievable.
The lion sleeps tonight. We have not seen this many jeeps in one place on this entire trip. Lou with a view.
Welcome to day 3 of our Serengeti Safari. We are very excited today because we've seen tons of animals through land, but there is another way to see animals, and that is by air.
We had a really super early wake up this morning. We got up at 4:45 so that we could leave at 4:30 to get here at the launch site. It was an hour and a half bumpy drive the entire of the way, but we got to have a night game drive where we saw a couple of wild animals that are either nocturnal or have just been walking around while it's nice and quiet without all of the jeeps. We're here at the launch site and we're just waiting to go on our hot air balloon safari. It is so exciting. But first we have to have a briefing with the pilot, and we've got some lovely ginger tea as well. Asante. There's going to be 6 hot air balloons taking off this morning.
I was gonna say tonight, but it's this morning.
Yeah, we're on balloon number 2. It looks like we're going to have a full balloon of 16 people.
Welcome to Serengeti Balloon Safaris. My name is Ellie. I'm going to be your captain this morning.
We've had the safety briefing. We've got our buckles on ready for when we get into the baskets, and we've got about 5 or 6 minutes before we actually take off. What's interesting in Serengeti is you actually get into the basket with it laying down. It's the only place in the world where they actually do it like this, because they've got the wind that is going to take us off rather than having the basket sitting upright. They're filling in the balloons right now with cold air that's going to help take it up. We need to get in there quite quickly so that when it sits us upright, we're just going to take off.
I actually have to admit that I'm a little bit scared. I'm not a fan of heights, but sometimes you have to conquer your fears, and I feel like this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and I don't want to miss out. This is gonna be so amazing.
We're just watching them fill the balloons, and it's just actually insane that someone invented these things so many years ago as a mode of transport. I just think, how did you come up with that? I just can't get my head around it.
They are huge. They look so big.
Oh my god, we're moving.
This is unbelievable.
Oh my god, we can see hippos right down by there. My hand is not going in the right direction.
We took off from Serenera just before sunrise and drifted across the Serengeti towards Downey's Dam.
I cannot believe I didn't do this before. I'm afraid of heights, and today I'm feeling like so in peace, nothing to worry about. Hippo! Hippo! It's huge!
As we climbed higher into the sky, we had incredible 360-degree views of the plains and wildlife below.
Giraffe out there.
This is so cool. We've already seen hippos in the water. We've seen a couple of zebra running and a herd of elephants.
Lions, baby!
We're pretty low down right now because this balloon is a lot higher than us. We can't control where we're going, the wind will control that, but our pilot will use the hot air to rise and drop the balloon.
The flight lasts around 45 minutes to an hour, giving you plenty of time to simply take in the views and watch the Serengeti come to life right below you.
We are now officially landing, but we've had an amazing ride. You're gonna sit like this, put your hands like this, and cameras away, so see you soon. That was amazing. I feel like that's the only other word I use to describe things. No
when
words.
are we doing this again?
We're having so much fun.
No champagne for us because we don't drink alcohol. We're gonna have juice instead.
I have no words. That was so surreal. It was such a smooth takeoff as well. Like we were laying down and then suddenly we're upright. And I think there's just something so much different about looking down and getting to actually see the animals moving right beneath you. We'll do it again in a heartbeat. Cheers! Maisha Marefu! This is the compartments of the hot air balloons. You've got 4 separate compartments and then the pilot's area. We were in this one right here and this is where you sit. So you'll basically go in, sit down and hold onto these and clip yourself in to your harness, and then it'll slowly get turned up and then it'll lift off as the hot air is inflated into it.
These are the burners and these are the responsible ones for elevating the hot air balloon from the ground.
The hot air will control the altitude, so the more hot air you stick into it, the higher it goes. The less you stick into it, the lower it'll go. We have no control over where we're going. We literally just let the wind take us where it wants to take us. So no 2 balloon rides will ever be the same. Even all the people who have been here with us have had a very different experience unless they were in the same balloon as us. The wind also determines your speed, so if you're lower to the ground, you'll go a lot slower, and if you're higher, you go a lot faster. So we had one balloon that was behind us, and he flew real high, and then you heard him on the walkie-talkie telling our pilot, "I'm just going to overtake you," and he went over our heads and came a little bit lower down, but you could see how much faster he was because he was that much higher than us.
Get 5% off your Serengeti Balloon Safari by saying that Taz and Mirko recommended you. There's a link in the description below.
It's hard to imagine all the logistics behind it, but there is a lot of stuff involved. You have not only the pilot and all the people working at the offices, but you have the drivers, the people who pick you up, then all the people in charge of setting up the hot air balloon before taking off. Then you have the people that come with the jeeps. It's a very complicated process and it requires a lot of coordination, and that is something that makes this experience to be so pricey as it is.
It's breakfast time. We've just arrived. We're going to go and sit at our pilot's table. This is our breakfast table. We've claimed our seats and Mirko is using the loo with a view. Mirko's calling me over to the loo with a view for some reason. This is the loo with a view, and as you can see it says vacant, which it clearly is not. Loo with a view.
This is what the breakfast area looks like. We specifically requested a vegan breakfast. Back to the safari, and finally we get to see one of the few animals that we were missing to see up close.
Hippos can open their mouths 180 degrees like that.
Oh!
They sweat like a pinkish blood sort of colour. It's not really blood, but it acts as like a sunscreen to protect their skin. They spend most of their time in water to protect their bodies. You can see a trail by here that shows that a snake has crossed this road.
Are you comfortable?
I'm not comfortable, but it's the easiest way to stay because I keep getting up and down. There's 3 types of crocodile here in Serengeti. You've got the Nile crocodile, you've got the dwarf crocodile, and I think the other one's the slender crocodile. Nile crocodile can live for 70 to 100 years, and during the Great Migration they hang around in the rivers waiting for the zebras and the wildebeest to come around so that they've got their lunch basically.
We just want to give a quick shout out to Shanghai Adventure for organising our safari. Honestly, we had an amazing experience from start to finish and we couldn't recommend them enough. So if you're thinking about doing a safari in Tanzania, definitely check them out. And if you decide to book with them, just mention Taz and Mirko have recommended you and you'll get 5% off your safari. The details are in the description below.
I'm not sure what the reason for this is, but this part of the Serengeti feels way greener than the side where we were driving day 1 and day 2. Dead snake!
As you can see, this side is very bumpy as well.
I think James saw something and he's not driving pole pole anymore. We have just spotted 3 lionesses. The roar of the lions can be heard up to 8 kilometers in the distance. They also spend up to 20 hours every single day just resting.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. A wimboe,
A wimboe,
a wimboe,
a wimboe.
a wimboe. We can currently see about 6 lionesses just here around by the river. This is the most that we've seen at any one point. The Serengeti Park itself has about 3,000 lions in total.
I think someone's tired.
We've had an early morning, okay?
The Serengeti plains are huge. We've been driving now for hours and hours. We've seen elephants in the last days, but this feels different. Facts about elephants. They can live 60 years in the wild, up to 70 years if they're in captivity.
Their trunks have over 40,000 muscles in them.
They are called the African elephant, and if you look at the shape of their ears, it looks like the shape of the African continent.
And they use their ears to help cool themselves down. Elephants tend to grow 4 sets of teeth, so a human will only ever have 1 set of teeth besides their milk teeth. Elephants will have 4, and they naturally will fall out. After their 4th set of teeth, they will find a swamp area where they will live for the remainder of their life because it's got softer grass for them. There's a swamp area over there, and we've just been watching a load of elephants basking and bathing and throwing mud over themselves.
Elephants use their ears to cool their body temperature. They have blood capillary in their ears, so when they just flap their ears slowly, it means they are cooling their body temperature. But you can realize the mood of an elephant by looking at the ears flap. If they are flapping very fast, it means they are charging, so don't get close to them.
I just love how they say pole pole all day long. You hear them speaking over the radio to each other and it's pole 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 pole. Do you prefer pole pole or halaka halaka?
Pole pole sounds like nice and relaxed, which I guess is slowly, but I like the sound of halaka, halaka, halaka.
You just didn't get my question. A hyena up close, just chilling there.
Oh, look at it.
You know why it's in the water? Hyena eat everything except the horns and hooves. They eat a lot of bones, so they have acid in their gut, which help them to break them down. So while the digestion taking place, their stomach become very, very hot. So they just look for water or mud and lay there to cool their stomach.
That means that the hyena have just eaten now?
Yeah, you can see it's very, very full.
They've got the strongest bite out of any land mammal.
And they also hunt, but very occasionally. They mostly steal food from other animals. There's like 20 jeeps here all together. Apparently we are going to see a cheetah. We are really close to exiting the Serengeti National Park. We have to be out by 2:30 p.m. more or less. So we have limited time and this is our last chance to actually see them face to face. It's like it's hidden somewhere here. Oh, I see it. There it is. Yeah, right here.
It is actually crazy how many jeeps there are around here right now. It just shows how elusive cheetahs really are. He's probably wondering, what's the fuss about? Why are you all here to see me?
We cannot even reverse of so many cars there are
We
here.
are literally stuck in this little area right now while we're trying to leave. The cheetah is absolutely beautiful and just chilling, just so relaxed under the tree. But every time a jeep turns on and comes near, it's like that. Why are you bothering me? Just leave me alone. We have not seen this many jeeps in one place on this entire trip. That kind of says how unique and unusual it is to see a cheetah.
It's insane, and more cars keep coming and coming. And the more cars there are, more jeeps see that there's cars here and they're like, what's going on? Let's approach. Ostriches are also very rare to find. We have probably seen only 6 of them in the entire trip to the Serengeti. And the second you get closer to them, they just run away. They seem to be very shy, but they are also a very dangerous animal. I can't believe it's been already 48 hours since we entered the Serengeti and now we are about to say goodbye.
Bye, Serengeti.
We will see you later.
We hope.
Some other time.
We've got a 3-hour drive now to our next accommodation to get ready for our next adventure.
Oh yeah. After 3 very long hours of driving, we tell you, welcome to our room! This is nice!
We've got our seating area here with our log fire.
This is more than king size. Did you see the mosquito net? Oh! And it goes all the way. Whoa! Whoa!
You think we've never seen a hotel room before? This is so nice. We have the bathroom. Let me turn on all of the lights. We have our pool gowns, so that if we want to go take a dip in the pool later on when it's very, very cold.
This is the outside of the villa. We have a beautiful porch where we can sit. Why you look so fancy?
This is a fancy place, Mirko.
When we arrived to the accommodation, we were welcomed by a hot towel. Very nice. After you spend hours in the jeep full of dust, we had a welcoming drink.
I think it was papaya, watermelon and avocado. It was really creamy. Let there be fire. So after 3 days, it was time for us to say goodbye to our Serengeti safari. We've now left the national park, but it's definitely a day that we will remember for the rest of our lives.
Thank you for watching this video till the end. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Like this video, share it with anyone that you know that likes traveling, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.